So I think a big part of it is in the questions that we ask, and a lot of times it's not that the questions are wrong, but to get to that ultimate point, we have to shift where our focus is. And what I mean by that is oftentimes when companies first establish an analytics practice, it's all about what can the data do for me? How can we use the data to, and again, this may not be a bad thing. I mean, there certainly are examples where people use data to be selfish, right? Like, well, I want to deploy this so I can use this data to get a promotion or get a bonus. That happens. But more often it's around, and again, these aren't bad things, but it's around how can we, maximize our spend? How can we be more efficient in our marketing efforts? All good things to have, but ultimately, if we're going to unlock the true value of data from my perspective, which, oh, by the way, accomplishes all those other things that I just mentioned, it's just we flip the perspective and conversation to our customers, and we start asking the question, what experience do we want our customers to be having with our brand? When our customers purchase from us, when they consume content, when they book a hotel room with us, what experience do we want them to be having? And when we shift that perspective, it starts to change a lot of the data that we think about capturing and prioritizing. And it becomes oftentimes less operational around managing health-specific metrics, which again, I think are important. But those things come as a default when you start thinking about what data points do I need so that I can create a really positive experience for Jim when he comes to the website to buy a product.
Sorry, I was just making a note there for something to come back to. So you were talking about the experience the customer has on a website, and we've definitely covered this before. We've gone into engagements where we ask the very basic questions of why does your company have a website?
Mm-hmm.
What do customers do on there? How go ahead. No, I think you know where I'm going with this question.
I don't know if you're going down this path or not, but what you're reminding me of is that sometimes the investment isn't even in technology or data that we're collecting. Sometimes the investment is in making sure that our team that is responsible for defining our data strategies, for defining our personalization tactics, that they understand what we do as a business. It's the number one thing when I first got into doing this that was such a shock to me, was talking to these people and asking them that very foundational question. What does your website do? Why does your company exist? And the number of like shoulder shrugs and, lost faces of, I don't know. It just was shocking to me that was happening, but it's a very real reality that the people that are in these positions to influence the data that we capture and the experiences that we have on websites fundamentally don't understand what the business stands for and why they do what they do and what they sell. I mean, sure, they may know at a top level, like, we sell insurance, or we sell electronics products, or we sell hotel rooms, but the layer down of, yeah, but so what? How are you different than anyone else, and why do you do this? They simply don't know. So if you don't understand those fundamentals, it's really, really difficult to define a data strategy and a personalization plan in order to help highlight the experience that you want to create. So as much as it's important to see things through the eyes of your customer, you have to start with why the business exists so you can put yourself in that frame of mind of what, going back to my question, what experience do we want Jim to have when he comes to our website to book a hotel room? How can I answer that if I don't know why we exist as a company?
Mm-hmm.